A chaotic courtroom session unfolds as Judge Simpson handles two intense cases that quickly spiral out of control. In the first case, a married couple appears in court over unpaid rent totaling more than $2,000. While the husband calmly tries to explain their financial struggles, the wife repeatedly interrupts the hearing with emotional outbursts and arguments. She openly admits the couple has been fighting and even says she has no intention of paying the rent. Despite the constant interruptions, Judge Simpson remains patient and gives the couple a clear explanation of their legal options. However, he ultimately rules in favor of the landlord and warns them that failure to pay by the deadline will lead to eviction. The second case becomes even more dramatic. A defendant appears in court after allegedly violating a no-contact order. Prosecutors reveal that he called the protected person nearly 200 times and attempted to influence the case by encouraging emails to the judge and prosecutor. When confronted with the accusations, the defendant loses his temper and aggressively argues with the court. Judge Simpson immediately responds by revoking his bond, setting it to zero, and finding him in contempt of court, adding additional jail time to his sentence. Both cases show how quickly courtroom situations can escalate when emotions take control. While Judge Simpson stays calm and professional throughout the proceedings, the defendant's actions only make their legal problems worse. The video highlights the importance of respecting court orders, handling disputes responsibly, and maintaining composure inside a courtroom, because every decision and every outburst can have serious consequences.
Recently just received employment, so been waiting for my check to come between that time.
I have a note that $1,000 was going to be paid. I don't know why.
$1,000?
Okay. Well, how would you intend on getting this paid off, sir?
So I don't get paid until the 28th.
Until the what?
The 28th of June.
Okay, but all right, let's take that. And how much would you be willing? How much are you going to be able to pay?
So with me working weekly, I get paid $560 on a full.
On a full check, you get how much?
$560 minus tax.
Because I don't know how we're going to do this if she's not here, because I'm about to. I mean, my inclination is to issue a judgment.
Well, we've been having some difficulties in being uncooperative.
Pardon?
She was being uncooperative. I would hope that you don't throw it out because I'm really trying.
She was being uncooperative.
I apologize for interrupting. I have an IM out front, but she doesn't want to come into the courtroom because of a contact order between her and her husband.
We don't have one, sir, Your Honor.
Are you her husband?
Yes. May I explain?
Please.
Okay, so recently she's having a spat with me. She's just upset that she wanted me to apologize for a misunderstanding that we had before coming here to court when she got verbally volatile with me. So she decided to.
Okay. That's fine. Is there a no contact order between the two of you?
No, there's absolutely not. She probably just said that just to make things worse on my end.
Well, it couldn't get much worse.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not really sure. She can be very vindictive.
Okay, so let's not say that out loud. Okay. Can you go down the hall and
sign her into Zoom?
No. Here. Yeah, well, ask her if she's going to participate in the hearing. Him over here.
Sir. Yeah, see you.
All right. And what's your name?
Mariam Mahmood.
All right. There's a total amount of $25.65 owing. Was there a method by which you were intending on getting this paid, or do you know?
I'm going to be very honest with you, Judge.
Okay.
I have no intention of paying one penny. No intention of paying one penny. I've been with Barnes and Barnes since 2021 in this place. I've been with Barnes and Barnes for about 6 years now. Before that, I was in different apartments with Barnes and Barnes. Before that, I've been in EMU since I was 16. Eastern Police, Ipsy Police, all y'all have just failed me. I've been begging Barnes and Barnes to fix my house for a simple fan for heat in the winter. I'm having to take money out of my pockets to keep myself fed. I would rather sleep in my car than fight for a house, because along with this court case, I'm dealing with my dad who decided to touch me for 6 years and get away with it. Along with that, I'm dealing with my mom not cooperating and being in cahoots with him. I'd rather win a settlement than fight for this and give my last tears and blood, sweat, and tears into this. My husband doesn't understand how to speak to me nicely. That's why we're not standing here together. And I'm not gonna stand next to a man who doesn't know how to open the right door instead of the left door and snap at his wife. I'm not going to do that. I walked out because in March, I was in jail for beating him up. I'm not gonna stand here and go out of my character and act irate when I don't want to fight for something that's mine. That's not, he claims that it's his more than mine. I brought him into my house. I gave him my car. I gave him the clothes on his back. I'm not going to fight for this anymore. I'm exhausted, tired, and hopeless. Ipsy Police was in my house today at 5 a.m. when I asked for harassment. I filed a PPO. I'm getting no help. I'm hopeless, frustrated, and exhausted, and I'm done.
Okay. I just had to make sure, which is why I wanted to do it in the courtroom, that I was going to find no tribal issue. I was going to issue a judgment to the plaintiff. And I just wanted to make sure that you understood what the court was doing, which is why I wanted you here. All right. So the court finding no tribal issue, I'll enter a judgment for possession and money. It looks like you requested. For possession and money as to both defendants. Total amount, the 25,600, that was inclusive of costs, correct?
Yes.
In the total amount of $2,565. And an order of eviction or writ will issue in 10 days. All right. Thank you.
Sorry, could you say that again? I speak 3 different languages. I'm not American. I'm British. So I didn't understand one word that came out of your mouth. I'm sorry, sir.
The whole thing?
You're throwing legal words at me, sir. I'm mentally,
ma'am.
I'm in
All right.
middle school. I didn't pass, I
Okay.
speak 3 different languages. I'm not educated.
Okay.
So I don't understand when you throw legal terms at me. I need to speak to me like a toddler. I would understand that better. Thank you.
I'm issuing a judgment. I'm signing a judgment, a piece of paper indicating that plaintiff, your landlord, has the right to possession of the premises.
Okay, so
unless $2,565 is paid prior to July 1st or by July 1st. If it's not paid by July 1st, they can then file for what's called a writ of restitution or an order of eviction to have you move. Either at that point you can move by then or you can pay the money by then. If you fail to move, what will end up happening if they file that order of eviction, the court will sign off on it. And then what will happen is the sheriff, another police agency, or the sheriff's department or a court officer will show up and will, if you haven't vacated the premises, will remove you from the premises.
yeah, and I know how the eviction process.
For probable cause conference. This time we're asking the court to set this for the next available preliminary exam.
Discovery is complete.
My knowledge.
People have their witnesses available the second.
Yes, Chairman.
Preliminary examination will be set July 2nd, 2024, 9 a.m. That is in person before Judge Washington.
Judge Evans to address bond for his.
Yes, go ahead.
He has been contacting the victim. In this case, we also ask you to report his jail phone call privileges. He's called her 195 times.
What?
Yes. And
Did you say 195?
yes.
Oh.
And even one of the calls, he said, email the judge and the prosecutor and the lawyer, and that day we received the email from the victim.
Oh, that's a lie.
Stop.
That's a fucking lie.
Hey,
Oh, no, we're not gonna say that here. Both privileges are hereby ordered revoked.
Okay.
Defendant's bond is set at no bond.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, he's now in contempt. That's 93. Anything else?
I think at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna need an order of contempt. You got 93 on that. His bond's been revoked. It's 0, and he's got a preliminary examination. Good luck, Judge.
In conclusion, these courtroom proceedings clearly show how serious legal consequences can become when individuals fail to follow court orders and maintain proper behavior in front of a judge. In both cases, Judge Simpson demonstrates firm control and professionalism while dealing with highly emotional and disruptive situations. The first case involving the landlord and tenant dispute highlights how unpaid rent can quickly turn into eviction if legal obligations are ignored. Despite repeated interruptions and emotional outbursts, the judge remains focused on the facts and ensures that a clear deadline is set for payment. This reinforces the idea that financial responsibilities cannot be avoided through arguments or personal conflict in court. The second case shows an even more serious situation involving repeated violations of a no-contact order. The defendant's aggressive behavior and repeated attempts to interfere with the legal process result in immediate consequences, including revocation of bond and additional jail time for contempt of court. This moment emphasizes that disrespecting court restrictions only worsens an already serious legal position. Overall, both cases demonstrate that courtroom behavior plays a major role in the outcome of legal proceedings. Judges are required to remain fair, but they also enforce the law strictly when boundaries are crossed. The video serves as a strong reminder that respect, responsibility, and compliance with legal orders are essential, because once the court makes a decision, there are no shortcuts or emotional arguments that can change the outcome.